Evolution is the change or process of all living things that have developed from earlier life on planet Earth. Evolution is important because it's helping doctors today with their developing knowledge for medical research for all types of diseases, and it helps us understand more about the evolutionary history of our planet. Penguins are aquatic flightless birds that are highly adapted to life in the water. Their tuxedo appearance is to keep them camouflaged, therefore helping them stay safe in the water. They are such a successful species because they've been able to adapt to their environment changing over time. The penguins we see today are here through two small holes located at the same place as human ears. These holes are usually covered with feathers. The penguins mainly use their beaks to catch food and for protection. Some species have longer and thinner beaks to catch small fish, while others have shorter and thicker beaks suited to catching krill. Penguins have very small, short legs which are used for steering underwater. Penguins, unlike other bird species, huddle close together to keep warm, swapping places when those on the outside are cold. Penguins do not keep their young in a nest like other birds. The adult penguin sits over the egg to keep. Penguins have evolved from flying birds. Their ancestors are very different from the penguins we see today. Scientists believe that the penguins' earliest ancestors may have been flying birds, and they have to believe to live in the Cretaceous period. Penguins are an example of convergent evolution, which is where two groups of species evolve independently but in a similar way. In this case, this applies to the cormorants, razorbills, puffins, and other members of the Alcide family. Penguins' bones are sold compared to the bones of flight birds, meaning that less energy is required to dive. Their wings also do have light feathers that cannot be folded. The feathers form flat, stimulus-shaped paddles which propel the birds rapidly through the water. Unlike the wings of birds, penguins' flippers can be moved from shoulder to shoulder. The elbow and wrist are almost completely joined, which gives the flipper more power. Penguins cannot lift their flippers up into the air or above their heads like flying birds, because while these movements are essential for flight, they would waste energy underwater. Penguins' flippers do have feathers, but the feather on flipper is small and shorter and more densely packed. This helps to streamline the wing to minimize underwater drag and provides better insulation to protect against the cold water. Another advantage of giving up flight is that they can put weight on, and this ability is to store food reserves as fat and gives an advantage for birds that travel far to find food. Penguins are larger the closer you get to Antarctica because they need more body fat to survive in the cold and more weight to swim deeper underwater to get food. Penguins have evolved from flying birds with wings, beaks and legs suited to swimming and catching. Penguins are struggling in their environment today because of global warming. Antarctica is sinking in size rapidly and the ice caps are melting. As winters are now shorter and the ice is breaking before the chicks can hatch, so they fall into the ocean and die. Global warming is also causing the water temperature in Arctic to rise, which has resulted in a decrease in the penguins' main food source known as krill. Krill feed on seaweed which grows on the bottom of ice shelves, and these shelves are diminishing due to warmer waters and melting ice. If we don't fix these issues today, penguins could face extinction.